Hello, good morning. Welcome to Journal with Me, and thank you for joining me. Hello, Black Art Appraiser Advisor. Good day to you. Glad that you could make it. And for those who are coming in a little maybe later on, maybe after the recording, welcome to you as well. Thank you for watching the replay. At least I hope that you do watch the replay um, today and next week also. It's good to be here to journal with you. I'm Kathy Hampton, transformational life coach, as well as facilitator of various wellness practices, including journaling, yoga, meditation, and coaching. So those are my practices, and uh, I want to encourage you to consider journaling as one of yours. Journaling has been a great um, source for self awareness, introspection for me, as well as to help me gain clarity. And there are many benefits to journaling, and I hope that you will actually consider that if you are not a journaler. We have a community of journalers here who journal or spend time doing taking action using a wellness practice that is beneficial to them. And I want to thank them for coming to journal with me on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thank you, T. Gaynor Jennings and Abba. Good morning to you. As part of the community of journalers, we gather here on Tuesday, Thursday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most weeks, there are some times that I'm not here, but I'm glad to have you here today. I really am. I want to start with a question, which is not common in this practice, this virtual practice of journaling. Um, and I want to ask the question: what has changed for you? What has changed for you? What has changed? And that could be, change is inevitable. Something has changed for you. I know it's changed for me. It's changed for everyone. Things have changed. But what has changed and it's made a pivotal mark, a memory, made a difference um, for you, right? We're talking about you, not anyone else. What has changed for you? That's the question that I'm posing and inviting you to consider as part of your journaling experience today. It is a prompt. We normally don't start off with prompts here. We usually write in free flow mode, but I'm shaking it up a little bit today, making you a little uncomfortable. um, as we near the close of uh, a a very, I don't know, dynamic year, 2025. Before we even get there, the question is, what has changed for you? Right, that's the question, and I'll write it in the comments or on the banner once we get started. But let's take time now to get intentional about our practice, and that would be with a uh, clearing breaths, cleansing breaths. Goodness, um, and yeah, just let's settle in. All right. Hello, Catherine Mohammed. Great to have you here. Greetings to you as well. So let's take some time to clear out any fog, open ourselves up, right? I took off my glasses. That's a sign that we're going to get ready to slow down our pace, and then we'll carry on with our practice. So if you're seated, please do yourself a favor. I'm going to do myself a favor and sit up straighter. I caught myself leaning over, sitting up straight, allowing the shoulders to melt down your back, kind of going back and allowing yourself to sit upright. Okay. Get comfortable in your seat, your sits bone in the seat. If you're lying down in bed, continue. It's a great place to get open and clear. Or sitting in your bed. Just make sure that everything is kind of stacked on top of one another or in alignment. Your body is not out of sync, out of line. Getting comfortable with your natural breathing pattern, the ebb and flow of your chest, going out and then in, the abdominal muscles you may feel going in and out. You may even hear your breath. That's a great thing. If you only hear your breath, it's quiet enough for you to hear it. Mouth somewhat parted. Let any noise pass you by. Let's begin our first cleansing breath. We're going to inhale through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, making a sigh or a hum. Inhaling. One more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Returning to your normal breathing pattern. I invite you to set your intentions for today's practice. Ask you to consider the question of what has changed. And finally, invite you to speak or whisper words of gratitude. Thank you. And as we return to our familiar space, our home, opening the eyes gently, easily, looking around your room at the familiar. Okay. Okay. Want to welcome anyone who's just come in. Let's talk about it with Mara. Hello. Good morning to you. Catherine Muhammad, Abba, T. Gaynor Jennings, Black Art Praiser Advisor. Thank you for joining me today to journal with me in practice of journaling or in your wellness practice. You may continue to chant, meditate, pray, practice yoga, walking if you are outdoors right now, or walking in your home. Whatever your practice is, painting, right? Creating. I will be practicing journaling. Here's my journal. It is actually a sketchbook, and it is being used right now as a writing journal, well, with sketches in it and a pen, right? I actually have a pencil as well. We'll spend 15 minutes journaling or practicing, and this is because not all of us necessarily want to journal, but are here with, you know, with intentions on spending at least 15 minutes uh, doing something positive for ourselves, right? Spending time doing something positive. Hello, Katrina Lilly. Good to see you. Good to see you here. Hello, Stephanie Perry. Great to see you here as well. So let's take our journals, pen, paper, paint brushes, and practice what is on our hearts, minds, and our souls, right? The question today is what has changed? That's the prompt. What has changed, right? And let me get that up there in case somebody needs to see it. What has changed for you last night, last week, last month, this year? What has changed? What has made a mark? Okay. What has changed? What has changed for you? All right. All right. So what we'll do now is I'm going to put myself on mute, and we can meet up after the 15 minutes and have a conversation in community. All right. All right. Happy journaling. So if you are finished with your journaling, that's great. If you have not finished, please continue. Continue with your practice, whatever that may be, if it's not journaling. I believe this is a 15-minute mark, but I may have cut you short by a minute. Um, and I have finished with my journaling, my 15 minutes. You can put me on the look, just put me on mute, and we can continue talking about the prompt for today. What has changed? I'll give you a little moment. Stop using the timer because Insight Timer has changed quite a bit and it's bothering me. So I have not used an app for the timer this time. So if you were able to take part in using the prompt, I appreciate that. And if you care to share in this format, please go ahead and do so. What came up for me really are a couple of things, but what actually made a marked difference, I would say, or a focus um, in a focused part of change for this year and the last few months was the fact that I have really made it a priority to consider myself, just me. Um, I am, you know, 60 something years of age and have um, been a caregiver, a sister, an older sister, um, a daughter, and mother, and took care of a lot of things, including taking care of people in my work, in my profession, taking care of the business, which I was prepared to do as a professional legal research analyst. I've done that. But what has changed is that I'm focusing, I have been and am focused on me. I'm the priority. And that's the marked difference. It feels different, actually. It feels strange, to be honest, not um, caring for others. And when I say caring, you care emotionally, you care, you empathize, you sympathize, but I'm not doing the work for others. I'm not carrying someone's weight. And it's actually a feeling and a sense of freedom, not to have to prioritize others and, and put yourself second or third or put yourself behind. So that's the marked difference and change this year. And it really has made a difference in how I move about. Um, I don't have to think about others. I can just go ahead. Now, I will say that um, this change, this freedom, doesn't mean that I am not a caring person. That's my nature, um, and that I don't miss those people that I once cared for or assisted or helped. It just means that I'm the priority. I put myself first, and I check up on others. Right? I become, I have become, um, I guess, um, uh, one who puts herself first and then checks up on others secondly. that's that's how I see it. Um, and it started happening really before relocation to another country, because I had to put myself first. I had to do some of the work to get uh, to other space, to get to that place, to get to Portugal. I had to think of myself. And I actually did a lot of the stuff without having to ask someone to help me. Or if I did ask someone to help me, I was helped a little bit, not that much. And that made me realize that you were doing this yourself. You were doing a lot of this yourself. This is your move. You own it, you do it, you make sure that this transition, this transformation is yours. You you cannot say that someone else uh, did anything to distract you from it because you're putting yourself first. You were doing the work, right? So Catherine says, what came up for me was the change in attitude. I'm more thoughtful rather than reactive when I'm in an uncomfortable situation. Wow, this is good, Catherine. I'm grateful that I am now taking time to care about my feelings. All right, there you go. There you go. I don't know if you can see that, what she wrote. Thank you for contributing. What came up for me was the change in attitude, and that's a big part of transformation. It's a big, um, it's being, yeah, your attitude means the world in change when you change, and you become, you have to have a strong, um, forceful thoughts about yourself. Your attitude actually has to be positive, um, when you want to change something about yourself, and that's why affirmations are really important. She says, "I am more thoughtful rather than reactive when I am in an uncomfortable situation. I am grateful, and I'm now taking time to care about my feelings." Right? Yeah, you made yourself a priority and positive. Writing that affirmation. This would be a great affirmation card, Catherine. This is an affirmation card that I could pull from a deck, right? And it's focused around attitude, right? How your attitude has changed. You're not reactive, um, when you know you're when you're in an uncomfortable situation. And a lot of us have been in uncomfortable situations, but how you manage it, how you handle that, has to do with your attitude, right? Um, and staying cool within within a hot situation is really really important. Thank you for sharing that with us. So yeah, the other thing, not necessarily as marked as remarkable, I should say, as me focusing on myself being a priority, has been, my environment has changed, um, and that environment is now more peaceful than it was prior to this year. Um, I am around peaceful people. Um, when I say that, not a group of people, but just the people in my environment, the local people. Everybody minds their business. Nobody's trying to cause, um, havoc. In fact, in my apartment building, where I live, it's very quiet, sometimes eerily so. It's because people um, respect one another's peace. Um, there isn't a lot of loud talking. People, don't turn their music up loud. Um, and I chose an area that, unfortunately, I'm on a really busy street, but because of the windows that I have, I can close the window and I don't hear all of that noise. So my environment is peaceful, even in a tourist area. Um, well, somewhat of a tourist area, it's peaceful. And then the third thing that I wrote was that my body is changing, and that's because I put the priority on myself. But I've been trying new things like Pilates. I have a horrible posture when sitting down, and it's caused problems in my upper back. Even when doing yoga, it has been a problem. So I started taking Pilates. I do Tibetan yoga with, and these are all local practitioners or local teachers that I go to. And then I walk a lot. I can't help but walk. Um, walk to the bus stop, walk to the metro, walk down the street, up the street, walk for my errands. Uh, I do a lot of walking, and because I'm doing that, um, I am finding that I'm healthier. Yeah. So, and I breathe a lot better going up those hills. Um, let's see. But my marked difference for me is a change in my family structure, preparing to become a grandmother and caregiver for my granddaughter in March. Now, that is a marked difference. Congratulations. That's awesome. And I can only imagine how that must feel. I can't imagine, but I'm excited for you. Um, yes, that is a very much that could change your whole way of thinking, right? That's awesome. Congratulations. In March. Or a March baby, a spring baby, early spring baby. That is so cool. I'm very happy for you, and I know that um, I don't have grandchildren. Don't know when I will have them, but I know that I will be very excited. Yeah, absolutely thrilled. That's the word. Absolutely thrilled. Congratulations, Alba. Yeah. So I the closest thing that I have to that right now are grandcats. I call them grandcats, and I'm actually house sitting for them. I actually came to the States so that I can not house sit or anything. I came to see family because after a year and a half of being away, this was a time where I thought, you know what, I'm going to go and see my family, right? Come and visit. I came at the right time. You never know when is the right time because I wanted to do this earlier. It was the right time. Able to see my father, who's been uh, in the hospital in rehab. He's doing well, doing better. In fact, getting out today. But then my daughter had a thing that she had to do, and she's gone for a week. And I'm here with her cats, I call them grandcats, because because we are not a family of cats. We are a family of dogs. Now everybody seems to be getting cats, and I have two grandcats here They're two black cats, Felicia and Nassim. Felicia and Nassim keep me entertained, but they're very demanding. They love attention and seek it. I'm thrilled to just have them. They are very loving, and yeah, that's the closest thing I get to a grandchild. So I could only imagine, Abba, how happy you are for you to have a granddaughter. And it would be interesting to know what you're going to be called. what are you what are you going to be called? What are they going to call you, Abba? So, if anyone else would like to share what has made a marked difference up to this point, this moment? It could be something from yesterday, if it is marked or remarkable. Um, but I can tell you that um, placing the priority on your status as a grandparent, right? That is very important. Change in attitude, um, and a change in, you know, how you react to things that are uncomfortable, and making movement to change, looking inward for something to happen, right? If you are feeling stuck or feeling behind or feeling like you're not pleased with where your journey is headed, or if it's being blocked for some reason, um, taking action, and looking inward, gaining clarity. And I will say that all of those things happened to me when I began journaling a number of years ago. When I started thinking and doing some things that people were like, why in the world is she becoming a massage therapist? Does she have a real job? you know, does she have a real job? Um, uh, I started, studying somatics, the study of the body, um, and why I wasn't feeling the pain that I felt inside myself, right? I started thinking about what was going on around me, why I couldn't figure it out, why things were unhappy, why I was so unhappy at my place of employment, and realizing that, okay, they want me to be unhappy, but they do want me to work. They want to pay me because they know that I can produce, but they really don't want me happy. Yeah, I had to do a lot of introspection with relationships and everything like that. Why was I caring for others more than? All of those things came up through the process of journaling for me, and learning about myself and the mind, body, and spirit, so that I could share it with other people who may be in this position and in that position. And so it has helped me, and I hope to help others as well. Start looking inward about who you are, who you want to be, and really going through your mind to find out, what have I written in this book? What has really changed for me? Or knowing how things have changed based on how your mind is feeling now, how your body, how your spirit, how your soul is doing. Yeah, those things that you can't necessarily see, right? Or sometimes you can see outwardly. Your body can change outwardly, but your body can change inwardly as well. So I'm really glad that you were able to spend some time with me today. Um, Please make note of the items in the description. Um, um, I put in my website. If you want to find out more about me, the website is going to be changing this coming year. Yeah, there's some things that have changed, besides me relocating and taking priority over myself. Priority in what I'm doing I mean, the changes that I will be making are into my my website, what I offer as a transformational life coach, and I've been asked lots of questions since I've moved away. Um, lots and lots of questions. Katrina Lilly can also vouch for that. When you move away, people want to ask you all kind of questions about moving away. So I'll be focusing on helping people with those questions about what uh, what happens when you move away, and helping people provide guidance, not on relocation, not on how you get a residency somewhere, but on how it makes you feel when you move away, and how you prepare for it, how you prepare for comfort and confidence in change. And that could be any change, not necessarily relocation. All right. So let's see. Black Art Appraiser Advisor. My recent change is learning ways to rewire my brain through breath work. Very good. Regulating my nervous system, getting in alignment with my true self. Watching Giselle Balmain, I believe that's how you say it, on YouTube. Awesome. Giselle Balmain. All right, everyone, take note. Giselle Balmain helps with regulating, doing breath work. Breath work is awesome. Breath work is a great uh, way of, yeah, calming your nervous system. Yes, holding on to that energy sometimes inside that it may not be serving you well. It's really important to be able to use breath work with that. I found someone that I really like who does yoga, and it's called the Black Yoga Room. Black Yoga Room. Her name is Crystal. I forget her last name. On YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, you can find her. Black Yoga Room, and she is a she's amazing. Her story is very sounds very familiar to me, as she is a, I don't know her age. I think she's in her 50s. Um, Single, now single mother, divorcee. But she's um, she's got a theme for every yoga pose that she does, and she knows yoga inside and out. Um, Eastern philosophies, which is really good. So if you can check her out, and Giselle Beaumet. Thanks for the reference. I appreciate you, Black Art Appraiser Advisor. Well, it's been good to spend time with you today. Please know that if you are on my email list, you should have received an email about the Wellness and Healing Salon happening on this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've also put the link to the registration in the comments. You can also check out my writing on Substack as I continue to write as a writer to be published and learn the craft of writing for my memoir, short stories, essays, and practicing writing. That's what I also do as well. So you can check out the Substack, And we'll soon have a new website that will have all of my writing and literature related endeavors for you to peruse. But take care, have a great day, make it a peaceful day for yourself. Evidently, the Tibetan monks are doing a peace walk through the United States, and they say that you should say, I have peace today. So have peace today. Share peace today with anyone you come in contact with. Have a peaceful attitude, right? Have a peaceful attitude. And I'll see you on next Tuesday. I may be in a different location. I may not be in New York. I may be in a different U.S. location, but I will be here on YouTube. If you, in fact, have found that this something that you like or someone else would like, do me a favor, like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Please share it as well. And I will be back on Tuesday to journal with you. I appreciate you coming today and journaling with me. Talk to you soon.